One of the oldest orchards in the valley is feeling the heat, with some crops getting sunburnt. And as 8 News Now reporter Ryan Matthew shows us, it's a costly problem to avoid.
Las Vegans are slathering on the sunscreen in some near record heat and some extreme sun exposure, but fruit can't do that. And as you can tell right here, some of the apples at Gilcrease Orchard are sunburning.
Every year you plant a few more fall apples.
As director Mark Rubin drives around the Northwest Valley property, he sees these mushy, wrinkled, and discolored.
It's like a bruise almost.
At its core, the problem persists each summer. Roughly 10% of apples here are affected. And after a cooler spring, there's more apples on the trees. But as climate change intensifies the heat and sun, he says the burns are worse.
So we just try to keep as much foliage as we can on it, but still being able to see the apples to pick them. So it's kind of a balancing act.
A yearly dilemma with a right price. The orchard covered a portion of some other produce with shade screens, which he says yields better crops. Just these 3.5 acres cost him $300,000. To shade all of this,
Probably a couple $1 million. Because it's hot, nobody wants to come pick them. So we're getting some more waste, so we got to figure out ways to deal with so we don't have as much waste.
He says these trees will soon be ripped out and replaced with later maturing varieties.
It takes like 3 or 4 years before it'll start producing.
At the end of it, though, he's not worried about apples like these. He says they're still edible, and actually at the end of the month will all be converted into cider. Reporting at Gilcrease Orchard, Ryan Matthew, 8 News Now.